Good evening, everybody. I wanted to give you a quick update on Greg Abbott. This video that I posted yesterday that his name had been taken off twice. I got confirmation today that they put it back on. And it's going to stay on. So, yay! They said it was an email issue. They weren't sure, but here nor there, it is back up and it's there to stay. I got a email from Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick just kind of thanking me for my concerns, that sort of thing. It was pretty generic email response, but again, nonetheless, he responded. I also had an telephone interview this evening with the New Braunfels Herald, where I'm from, or here in New Braunfels, where I live now. And so that's kind of where it is now. I saw yesterday that the House officially voted for House Bill 20 to go through. I've noticed on some of my comments that people are like, oh, yay, use the rainy day fund, and they're very supportive of that. Just be aware that those are for emergency situations. I know this feels like an emergency, but until the legislation changes the education fund formula, we're going to experience an emergency every year. So there's going to have to be a lot of things that has to be fixed before we are going to see any kind of relief, or we're going to face this same issue every single year, and it's going to continue to get worse. So just because the House said yes, or voted yes, there was, I think, 13 House of Representatives that said no, but the reason why they said no, primarily, most of them, was because they did not want to use the rainy day fund. The Senate is not okay with doing that either. So it's not a done deal. The Senate and the House still have to agree on how this has to be funded. One of the questions today by the reporter was, do I think that they're going to come to an agreement this special session? I don't know. I'm just guessing. I just don't think so. So I just don't think they're going to come to an agreement if the House pushes to do the rainy day fund, which that's a state of emergency situation, and that's not really what it was supposed to be used for, even though I know this feels like an emergency. What else? I guess that's basically it on the updates. We're up to 55,500 right there, so that's a lot of people. What else has been going on? I told you I was going to tell you a little bit about myself. So I am a third generation teacher here in Texas. My grandmother started teaching middle school English in 1942. My mother began teaching English in the 1970s, and she retired last month. She's going to go back part-time though, and then she did like the last 15-ish years as a librarian. So yeah, third generation. I have taught in several school districts in Texas so far. I started off teaching my first position 13 years ago with for Tidehaven High School in Blessing, Texas, this little dot on the map, and I taught English there for juniors, and I taught speech. From there I went and taught in Bay City High School. I taught 9th and 10th graders, and then I went to Smithson Valley High School with Comal ISD in New Braunfels, and then was a cheer coach and did 9th grade English and junior English, and also like a credit recovery class. After that, I went to teach at Churchill Middle School for Comal ISD, where I stayed there teaching 7th grade English, department chair for 7 years. While I was there, I was voted Teacher of the Year in San Antonio. They have a new station, KENS 5, and I was a KENS 5 Golden Apple finalist for the area. After that, I got my the last year I was at Churchill Middle School, I actually obtained my master's through Lamar University, master's in administration, and thought I wanted to go back to small town, and took a position in Cuero ISD and taught sixth grade for one semester before getting my position that I have now with New Braunfels ISD, which is the ELA secondary specialist. And I've been here in New Braunfels with this job for 3.5 years. My husband is an assistant principal for the same school district. So both educators, and my sister-in-law too. Both my sister-in-laws are educators, and my brother-in-law as well. So lots of educators around me, and been very fortunate to have my career right now that has led me to be a ELA curriculum specialist. So that's kind of why I'm so passionate about helping educators, because like I said, my mom retired, and I am active, and we are facing the issue of this insurance hike too as active. And I know I'm going to keep saying this. I keep saying teachers. I really, truly mean, I'm not forgetting about the paras and the secretarial staff. It's educators in general. It's just when they talk before, when the House discusses things in Senate, sometimes they just say teachers most of the time, because there obviously are more teachers than any of the other positions in the profession. So that's kind of a little bit about me and why I have chosen to do this. My husband and I have 4 kids, so aging the range from 4 to 15. So I'm also a super busy mom, and I also have I tutor on the side as well for the EOC test, and mainly concentration is mainly high school. I've done middle school tutoring, but mainly high school. So yeah, like everything about our life is education. That's all I know. So this whole political world that I kind of stumbled into on Saturday is something very new. I have learned more about politics in the last 5 days than I have in my 39 years of existence. So I think that kind of speaks to a lot of educators that we aren't as informed as we should be. So we just trust that our legislators and the people who represent us are going to take care of us. And that's, I think, how we've gotten ourselves into this situation, that we've been a little too trusting and a little too quiet. So from here, we're just going to keep collecting signatures at this point. I've had people contact me about, what next. I've even thought about getting t-shirts together. I have a design in my head that I think is powerful, but I don't want to be, I'm super busy right now, and I'm trying to do this to the best of my ability, but I can't be start mailing out a bunch of t-shirts and stuff. So I've got to figure out how you could just go online and order it and have it sent to your house, and I can't do that, because with my curriculum job, I work every day. I don't have the summers off. So we have Fridays off, and that's it. We have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We work 10-hour days. So anyway, so yeah, this is kind of overwhelming, and I'm trying to give all of you as much attention as I possibly can at sacrificing of my own family right now. But this is very important, and it's very worth it for not just my family, but yours as well. So if you have suggestions or anything that you can think of that can help keep this movement going, I'd appreciate it. My suggestion to you guys, or my plea, is to, I know people have been like, oh, I've been writing a lot of letters to Governor Abbott or Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, and it's pointless. And okay, then do something different. Don't keep writing letters to them. Why I'm asking you right now to write your local papers, especially you little small towns. They're great. They're looking for news. Small towns are looking for news all the time. So tell them about the petition. They can totally get a hold of me. So you can find me on Facebook. It's Stephanie Coleman Quinn, and they can private message me. You can do an interview. They can call me. I can do a FaceTime interview or just over the phone interview. It doesn't matter. All we're talking about here is getting the awareness out and saying that we're just not going to stop with just a simple signature. So I encourage you to call and write. Just call or email. Times are changing. Letters are kind of becoming obsolete. So call or send a quick email to your local newspapers. And if you have connections with the actual TV on-camera news, then I encourage you to do that as well. Again, I've already done one on camera, and I had my second, newspaper reporter interview today. So I don't mind doing those to make sure that this keeps growing, and that I hopefully can motivate you to also not give up and join in these efforts to make sure that we can turn this ship before it really hits a place where we don't want to, and makes education something that we don't want to do anymore. And I've heard lots of people say that they're thinking about getting out. So don't give up on something you love, but we're going to have to join together and fight together in order to bring it back to where it needs to be. So that's kind of about me, a little bit about the update with the email issue, and hopefully I can get you to help out and doing something little with an email. Give them the link to the petition. Whatever you need to do, just get the word out. So thank you so much. I appreciate your support as always, because I'm here to help you as well. It's about all of us. Thanks.